Cold showers, running, drinking coffee, journaling. These are habits. For the next 21 days, I'm going to add a new one each day, chosen by you, the viewer. Over the past couple months, I've gotten way too comfortable in the things I'm doing in my life, and I think I've just settled way too often. So for the next 21 days, I'm going to push myself harder than I've ever pushed myself before, and I'm going to need to be the best version of myself in order to do what I want to do. Good morning. It's day one. Last night, I posted a poll asking you guys what I should be doing today as the first habit, and you all selected journaling. The other one's still live. So we will check back in on the other one, and that means I'm going to be journaling today. Like so many of these habits, journaling is one of the things that I've always wanted to do, but I've never chosen to do it. So sitting down, choosing to do it on this morning was really wonderful. So I just finished work and I jotted down some thoughts of things that have happened to me today and that I've been thinking about, and it's really interesting saying my feelings out loud. I think as a man specifically, I kind of tend to bottle that up. That works out for me. That's just how sort of I operate. It is kind of interesting to sort of get out all my thoughts onto the page. But something I realized is that it's Wednesday, which means I need to go on a 6-mile run. Casually. The only thing I'm worried about is that there might be some rain. I ran like complete crap today. I never felt good. From the start, everything just felt wrong. I had an epiphany today while I was running, and it's that running doesn't have to be about how far you go or about how fast you run, but it should just be about the moment and for the appreciation of the fact that you get to run, that you're allowed to run, that you're capable of running.
Pee so bad. Hopefully this place is open.
Okay, I drained my bladder. 2.5 miles left. And it ultimately comes down to the feeling of accomplishing something difficult that day. When you choose to run, you choose to better yourself. When you're choosing to journal, you're choosing to better yourself. When you're choosing to do the next 29 days of habits, I'm choosing to better myself.
I just haven't really felt good on a run in like 3 or 4 weeks. It sucks, but I feel like these are the moments where, like, if you can push past this moment of suffering, the point beyond that will be a new level that I'm not used to yet. So I hope that's the case, because if not, this kind of sucks. Like, I haven't had a good run in so long. Everything hurts. I can't breathe through my nose still. So
the first day is coming to an end here. I wanted to go over what we're doing tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to be drinking 1 gallon of water a day. So we'll be journaling and drinking 1 gallon of water. And I just want to give some of my final thoughts here about journaling. This is the first day, so I have 4 more days of doing this. But so far, I will say that this feels like one of those why haven't I been doing this my whole life type of moments. I felt like that with running on like one of my first few runs. It was like, why haven't I always been doing this? There's just something about sitting down, pen to paper, no phone, no computer. There's no erasing what you do. You make the mistake and it's there. You cross it out, but it's there. I mean, you see it. And I think there's something just really remarkable about that. And I think we could all spend a little more time dedicated towards thinking instead of being communicated to through the smartphones that we all spend so much time on. So I hope you join me along on this journey, and I'll see you tomorrow. Today is day 2 of adding a new habit every day for 30 days, chosen by you, the viewer. Today is day 2, which means journaling and drinking 1 gallon of water. The current recommended amount of water you should be drinking is your body weight divided by 2, and that's the number of ounces you should be drinking. So for me, 180 pounds, I should be drinking 90 ounces of water a day. I'll be honest, I struggle hitting 90 ounces of water every single day, including days I run. Drinking water can help lubricate joints, help deliver oxygen throughout the body. It can boost skin health and beauty, regulate body temperatures, flush body waste, and so much more. It's something we all should do more of, but I know I certainly don't do enough of it. I already journaled this morning, still really enjoy it, and I'm going to start drinking my water now. This is an intimidating amount of fluids. Like, this is like, look at this compared to me. This is gonna go in my stomach. So I'm gonna finish this casually throughout the day. So it is currently about 12:30 and I'm actually almost done. I've peed 4 times. It comes out like a fire hose. It looks just like water. It's actually kind of nice, although peeing that many times is a little annoying. It's not that annoying though. But either way, so far it's going well. I love having this by me. Throughout the day, I can just leave this on my desk and I can just sip from it anytime I want to drink anything. And I feel like I'm gonna probably go over a gallon of water today. One thing I'm curious to see is if drinking a bunch of water will help me lose weight. So I weighed myself this morning, I was 182.2. So we'll see how the weight fluctuates based off of how much water I'm drinking. Do you hear that? 5 o'clock, end of the day. About to finish up my first gallon of water. I must say, that's done. Day 1 down. I mean, I'm probably gonna have to drink more later. I really enjoyed that as well. Journaling and drinking water are not hard to do. It's a good thing to force yourself to do. I think both of them. But there is a package that had just arrived in the mail that I'm super excited for, so I'm gonna go grab that now. And this really is a cinematic masterclass. Look at that. Shrek 2 soundtrack. Because on Apple Music, you can't listen to this soundtrack. So I bought it on CD, and I'm gonna burn it, and I'm gonna rip all the music off it and put it onto my iTunes. It comes with a poster. I haven't bought a CD, I don't know if I ever bought a CD in my whole life. I grew up basically with digital music the whole time, or my sister always got it for me. Look at this, it comes with a picture. This is actually kind of cool. It's like a real poster. And there it will live for the rest of time. Okay, so we're nearing the end of the day here, and I wanted to check in to see what we're going to be doing tomorrow. And it looks like we're going to be doing 100 push-ups and 50 pull-ups because you guys just absolutely hate me. You wanna see me suffer, you wanna see me in tremendous amounts of pain. So that'll be 500 push-ups and 250 push-ups over the next 5 days starting tomorrow. You said drinking water, writing a journal is way too easy. Let's do something a lot more difficult. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. As day 2 begins to wind down, I have a few thoughts about how everything's going so far. The active choice to do something to improve your life has been truly remarkable. I've really enjoyed that part of it. Choosing to drink more water, choosing to journal, those types of things are awesome. I can't wait to see what happens going forward. But also making a new video every single day is tough. I can't make them nearly as good as I'd like to, or as long as I'd like to, or as engaging as I'd like to. But just getting the video out is a really awesome feeling. There's a story in a book called Atomic Habits where a professor has a class and splits half of them into the quantity class and the other half of them into the quality class. And the quantity class is just simply graded based off of how many photos they take by the end of the year. So long as they submit 100, they get an A. And the quality class is the group that only has to submit one project, but it has to be very, very good. And what happens every single time is the 10 best pictures come from the quantity group. And that's sort of what life is all about. You have to get out there and try. You can't just theorize about what might be good and what might not be good. You have to go out there and take the photos. You have to go out there and run the mile because you're not just gonna be able to think your way through these problems. So thank you all so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow on day 3. Take care. Today is 100 push-ups and 50 pull-ups.
Look at this lion. He's the king of the jungle. Huge mane. He's so big. He's so hot. He doesn't want to move. Now, the little lion cubs, they start messing with him. Biting his tail, biting his ears. He doesn't do anything. Now, the other animals, they notice this, and they start to move in. The jackals, hyenas, they're barking at him, laughing at him. They nip his toes and eat the food that's in his domain. They do this, and they get closer and closer and bolder, till one day, that lion gets up and tears the shit out of everybody. Runs like the wind.
Push-ups and pull-ups are done for the day. Time for 12 miles of running.
Eats everything in his path.
Mile 3.
Because every once in a while, the lion has to show the jackals who he is.
1 mile down. Mile 2. Mile 3. 5. That's 6. 7 down.
Good morning. Happy Saturday for you. Friday for me. I have 4 things I need to be doing today. Journaling, drink a gallon of water, 100 push-ups, and 50 pull-ups, and then I need to run 12 miles today. We got started early with the journaling. Still really enjoying that. Journaling is like the notes app, but way better because I have to commit to sitting down and grabbing the pen and writing on the paper. I've really enjoyed it and I highly suggest it to anybody who's considered doing it. Drinking the gallon of water, on the other hand, has also been pretty easy, but filling it up takes like an hour and a half because it's just so much water at one time. So I've had about 1.25 gallons today. If I finish this up, it'll be about 1.5 gallons. Way better waking me up. I think coffee is weird. Doing something healthy for your body is good for you. It makes you feel good. This whole process is so new to me and so foreign to me. So being able to write stuff down about it is really nice and just helps me, making all these videos. I want them to do well. And it's nice to just get that out. And I had this note down and I say, intro is so cool, terrible for retention. The people that stick around get a real treat, but everybody else is gonna click off pretty soon. And you stuck around because you're watching this part. So the push-ups and pull-ups on day 1 were actually pretty easy. I imagine tomorrow's going to be a little bit more difficult when I'm exceptionally sore and exceptionally tired, but I'm really glad I pushed through it. I'm glad we did decide to do this one earlier because as somebody who runs so much, I almost never lift weights ever. It's just not my priority. Thank you for choosing it, but also I hate you for choosing it because it's a lot more difficult than just drinking some water. Okay, so we're nearing the end of the day. I just want to check in to see what we're going to be doing tomorrow. And it looks like we are going to be reading for 30 minutes. That's nice. A little bit easier than the push-ups and pull-ups. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Hi, I'm Scott, and for the next 30 days, I'm adding a new habit each day, chosen by you, the viewer. Today is reading. Good morning. I'm going to finish, finally, Atomic Habits. I've casually read this book basically for the last 2.5 years. I am also going to journal, drink 1 gallon of water, do 100 push-ups, and 50 pull-ups. So this is my office. I have tons of space in here, but I need a spot to be able to read. There's nowhere to read. I only have this chair and it's not comfy enough to read in. I have some chairs and I want to put a chair right there. There is the chair I'm going to steal. Let me get these diapers out of the way. Every new parent knows the struggle. You know what I'm saying? You got these. And for the first time in months, I sat down to read. I set a timer for 30 minutes. It felt like 5. Just like everything else during these challenges, doing something positive was actually good for me. I want to get my push-ups and pull-ups out of the way a little bit earlier today, but I am like extremely sore. Oh my gosh, terrible start. I'm gonna get at least 50 push-ups done and 25 sit-ups done. 1, all right. I think I'm gonna have to do some cheater push-ups. You're a coward. It's no wonder your daughter calls everybody else dad but you. What would David Goggins think? These are the thoughts that went through my head when I started doing those push-ups. I did 50 push-ups, 25 sit-ups. I'm gonna save the rest for later. There's just no way I can finish them right now. You're a coward. I think jumping in cold turkey like I do pretty much everything else is probably a better way to do it. The rest of my day was spent relaxing with my wife and child until it became time to edit this video, and I realized I still have 25 pull-ups and 50 push-ups to do. Something I'm realizing is that if I wanna do this many pull-ups and push-ups in a day, I'm gonna have to make it easier on myself, so I'm going to put up a little pull-up bar. Okay, so here's my plan. My plan is to take this pipe here and this pipe here, and I'm in the basement, so I'm just going to screw it into the floorboards, and it should hold me. I weigh 180 pounds, and those floorboards should be able to support my weight, no problem. If not, I'll let you know if my entire house breaks down. $24 more. 100. Done for the day. Doing all these things has me thinking a lot about what I've been spending my time on in the past several months. You know, you always think you don't have nearly as much time as you think you do, but when you start to actually do things that take up time, that are actually good for you, that you need to make time for, I think you start to realize that you have far more time than you originally thought. And while sometimes getting up to do the productive thing might seem difficult, the negative consequences of not doing it are far greater. It's that time of the day. I want to see what I have to do tomorrow. So it looks like we are going to be stretching. Do I look unflexible? Do I look like an unflexible person to you? Because I am. I'm uniquely unflexible. Check this out. So this is no joke how far down I can go to try and touch my toes. wait, I gotta be able to go over from that. That's all I got. Like I said, uniquely unflexible. Thank you all for watching. I will see you tomorrow. If you haven't been voting in the polls, check out the community tab. There's probably a live poll right now as you're watching this. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Hi, I'm Scott, and for the next 30 days, I'm adding a new habit each day, chosen by you, the viewer. Good morning. Today is day 5 for me, which means I'm going to be drinking water, I'm going to be journaling, I'm going to be doing 100 push-ups and 50 pull-ups, I'm going to be stretching, and I'm going to be reading for 30 minutes every single day. 95% of self-development is just working out, as we all know. It's not about working or anything. It's just about going on runs and lifting weights. So I'm gonna go on a 3-mile run first, and then we'll do some push-ups and pull-ups. This challenge has been pretty remarkable. I realized just how much time I've wasted on screens, on my phone, just doing nonsense, laying down, laying around. This is bringing me to my peak performance. This is absolute peak Scott.
This isn't even my final form.
I still have 25 more habits to add on, as well as marathon training. Done with my run. So that is 3 miles. Now I get to go do a ton of push-ups and pull-ups and stretch. I'm curious to see, I was more sore this morning than I was yesterday, so I have a feeling I'm going to be doing the sissy push-ups today an awful lot, but I will try the full push-ups.
Who's gonna carry the boats and the logs?
Let's go to the sissy push-ups we'll try to go like half and half. Oh my gosh, that's like almost just as hard. I wanna try and do like a little bit of a circuit today. So I'm gonna do push-ups, 10 push-ups. I'm gonna do 5 pull-ups to the best of my ability, probably like jump ups. And then I'm gonna do some stretches in between and sort of make it a little bit of a circuit. Would you stop looking at me down there? That's so weird, what are you doing? I don't know stretches, because I don't stretch and I haven't ever stretched. So please give me some suggestions in the comment section. I'm gonna do some basic stretches. Please tell me what I'm doing wrong. Oh my gosh. I'm so pathetic. I'm a pathetic person. I guess that's what we're doing this, right? I gotta do the sissy push-ups, but it's like, who cares? You know what I mean? Who cares if I look a little bit pathetic? I'm just joking around. I'm out here doing it. You know, it's like, I'd rather look pathetic and do it than be at home and saying I look pathetic and not doing it. At least I'm out here. So you get out here, you, right there, you, get out here and do it. Do with me. It's funny, all of these habits that I'm doing and maybe you're doing at home are a culmination of basically everything I've watched, read, whatever it may be. And this is what successful people do. There's so many darn things that successful people do that I start to wonder whether or not they just spend their whole day being successful people and then somebody just pays them a bunch of money or something, because there's not a lot of time to do anything else when you're making a video, reading for 30 minutes, running, stretching, working out, drinking water, reading books, journaling, and then you have a full-time day job like I do. So you start to wonder if these people are just lying to you. Final round of stretching, and I'm done with my workouts for the day. The stretching actually feels super nice, but oh my gosh, it's so pathetic. I'm so unflexible. It's funny, it's like, it's 10 extra minutes. It's not even, 5-10 minutes of time to do something to make your life better. Small changes, just, it's crazy how much of an impact a small change can have in your life. I guess that's what this whole 30 days of making videos is enacting a new small change each day until I get to 30 at the end to see how much better my life is. I just have a feeling that sitting at my desk all the time for my job and then to edit these videos, probably not a good thing for my flexibility. I don't know what you guys think. I mean, and I'm not a doctor, so the doctors in the audience, let me know, but I kind of feel like that's not good for me. All right, so now it's time for a quick shower, and then it'll be reading time, finishing my water. I'm actually almost done with my stuff for the day. This has been such a remarkable 5 days. I can't wait to see what the next 25 have in store for me. After what looks like my last warm shower for a while, I sat down to read, and I actually really enjoyed it. I ended up reading more than my 30 minutes today, partially because the book is really good, but partially because it's just kind of fun to read. For those of you who read constantly, you probably think that sounds a little sad, but I've engaged with digital media basically my entire adult life, and to grab something physical really makes a difference. I've listened to tons of books. I just don't read the physical versions. The idea of filming myself while reading is certainly not lost on me. I think that is pretty funny. If you want to start reading, you really have to commit to it. I told my wife, hey, I need 30 minutes. I need to go read. I need this time. We have to schedule this into our day. My wife naturally is a big reader. I know I'm not. So that's really good for her because she goes, oh, that's great. I'll do it with you. And so you really have to just commit to doing it. Having somebody that's as supportive as my wife is, to me, is really helpful as well. But I will say that if you could just commit to doing it, you sit down, you say for half an hour, I'm just going to do this thing that I want to do. It's definitely worth it. And I know it's only been 2 days and I've been thinking a lot about this. Of all the things I'm adding 30 total new habits to my life over the course of 30 days. And I'm excited for the challenge to be over because I know so many of these already I want to keep. So many of them have been so wonderful and so awesome that I definitely feel like I have to keep doing them because I know how beneficial they are. Finishing up my last little bit of water today, I want to check in to see what we're going to be doing tomorrow because you guys are adding the 6th habit and I'm looking forward to seeing what that is. So 69 of you voted and it looks like we are doing cold showers, which is good because I actually normally take cold showers, but I will just occasionally throw in a warm one. And more recently, it's been more often than not. If you haven't, don't forget to subscribe, like, and vote. Or don't do any of it, it's fine. I'm gonna make the videos anyways, you can't stop me. I'll see you in the next one, bye. Hi, I'm Scott, and for the next 30 days, I'm adding a new habit each day, chosen by you, the viewer. Currently, 5 o'clock, already done with my water for the day, but I haven't done anything else. I'm going to go get dinner at my dad's house tonight, so I don't know, I'm gonna get everything done, but a night like tonight is just one of those nights where I'm gonna be up till 2 a.m. The amount of ambiance that this whole scene sets up, it's a lot of ambiance. I'm gonna journal. There's no restrictions on how many words I need to put in, so I realized, let me just get some thoughts out, and then I'll journal a little bit later tonight too. The rules on journaling. I had a thought yesterday, and for me, it's like uniquely profound because I don't consider myself a profound person. The success of this challenge should not be subs or views. Success of this challenge depends on posting 30 videos in a row over 30 days. That is the success. Committing to doing something and sticking to it, I think is basically one of the most important characteristics that I have developed over my lifetime because I wasn't always like that. Dinner was a success, but it ran a little bit long, so it's already 8:30 and I have to do like 5 hours worth of stuff. The cost of improving yourself, I guess. I'm going to do my push-ups and pull-ups right now. Oh, forgot I have to stretch too. Oh no. I'm significantly less sore today than I was last 2 days, which is good. Hopefully I'm starting to build some muscle, which would be nice, because, you know, I don't have any of that. All right, push-ups and pull-ups for the day are complete. That didn't take too long, just 15 minutes. I found this video on YouTube, 10-minute Pilates course. I'm gonna go ahead and do the most hilarious looking Pilates you've ever seen. Well, that was weirdly relaxing. So all my workouts are done for the day. So I'm gonna go run, take my shower, and then I'm come back down here, read, and then I'll be done with all my stuff for the day.
I have to be quiet because there's a sleeping 18-year-old right there. Sometimes a cold shower is all you need to wake up, I hope. I'm so tired, I still need to edit this video.
We live such spoiled lives that the idea of a cold shower can seem intimidating, but it's not really about the shower. I feel a lot better now. The thing about cold showers is that it's all about that flinch. The flinch, as described by Julian Smith, is the moment when every doubt you've ever had comes back and hits you hard. It's when your whole body feels tense. It's an instinct that tells you to run. It's a moment of tension that happens in the body and the brain, and it stops everything cold. For me, my flinch is making 30 YouTube videos in 30 days, but I'm tackling that head on. What's your flinch? Cold shower has been completed. Grab the book. It's time to read, and then I have to go edit. Already 9:50, and I haven't edited any of this video yet. 30 minutes of reading. For me, the best part about reading is the fact that there's no outside distractions. It's just me and the words on the page. There's no text messaging, there's no video I have to edit, there's no other habit I have to build. And there's something truly remarkable about that. I think it gets lost in this golden age of information. Done with my reading for today. It is 10:20. If you wanna do something crazy, you gotta just be willing to do something crazy, and staying up till 2 a.m. editing a YouTube video to keep a challenge alive is definitely crazy, but a worthwhile craziness. Okay, I don't normally drink out of these, but for a bit, I think it's funny that every time on this challenge you've seen me consume Diet Coke and spit out of one of these massive things. I literally only drink like maybe 8 ounces a day, but I just like the idea that everybody thinks I just go through like one of these a day. Like, I get to drink a gallon of water and a 2 liter of this every day. So you know how much I love my quotes, and I came across a remarkable quote in Atomic Habits today while I was reading. People get so caught up in the fact that they have limits that they rarely exert the effort required to get close to them. So basically, if there's something that you want to do, just go do it. I mean, there's nothing holding you back. Yeah, you might not have technically the physical capabilities or whatever, but like, I have a bad knee and I run all the time. So I hope this challenge proves to you that a small YouTuber with 2,000 subscribers that gets 150 views per video. If he can do these things and he's willing to do it, why aren't you? Like, I'm not special. I lost my hair at 26. Like, I wasn't blessed with all the physical gifts, all right? So if I can do it, you can do it. And that leads me to one of my favorite times of the day, to see what new hobby you all have chosen for me to do. Oh man, Diet Coke almost won, but tomorrow and going forward will be intermittent fasting, which I think is good for me. I'm training for this marathon and I probably should be closer to like 165 and I'm like 180 right now. So I think that'll be really helpful for me. What I'm going to do is a 6-hour window, 18 hours of not eating, 6 hours of eating. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Hi, I'm Scott. And for the next 30 days, I'm adding a new habit each day chosen by you, the viewer. For the next 23 days, I'll be intermittent fasting, 18 hours off, 6 hours on. Started eating today at 12:15, which means I can eat until 6:15 p.m. tonight. Okay, so here's my current situation. It's 5:30, I ate at 12:15, so I have 45 minutes to consume food. I also need to run 5 miles, do 100 push-ups, and do 50 pull-ups still, and read for 30 minutes. And I don't know, because if I eat now, I'm gonna go on my run way later in the day, and it's gonna just postpone everything. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna have to eat now and just delay everything later. That's fine. I'll just, you know what? I'll just sleep when I'm dead. It's fine. That's a bad mentality, don't have it. Even though I'm kind of having that. So it's 6:12, I just skirted under the cutoff. Eating for the day has been complete. I feel like that was the easy part. The hard part is going to be going the next 18 hours without consuming any food. Welcome back to the Ambiance Corner. I'm Scott. This is my favorite or second favorite time of the day. Reading has almost become meditative to me and I really look forward to reading some more. Check that out. You know what that means? It means I finished a book for the first time in 10 years. Probably, maybe even longer. That was awesome. This is the first tangible result I've actually seen from adding in these habits every single day. So if you have any suggestions on sort of self-development type books that I should buy, please leave them down below. It is now a perfect time to journal. Another day of journaling down. Time to go do the ridiculous amount of exercises that I put on myself every single day. 5 miles, 100 push-ups, 50 pull-ups, 10 minutes of stretch. It's so pretty outside. Look at that. Oh, that looks so nice. But if I start running now, I won't have time. It'll be pitch black by the time I'm at like 3 miles. So inside it is. One mile left. Feeling real good today, but I could go 50. Done with my run. Here are the stats. Holy cow, that was one of those runs. You know the ones I'm talking about. The dopamine, the endorphins are kicking in. My gosh, that felt so good. I'm at like a 400 out of 100 right now. Last Tuesday I was complaining about how I just haven't had a run that felt good in forever.
I just haven't really felt good on a run in like 3 or 4 weeks.
I needed that one bad. It's not about showing up on the easy days, it's about pushing through and showing up on the hard days. That's where the real progress is made. And I'm glad I pushed through those hard days because man, that's the easiest 5 miles of my whole life. I literally feel like I could run 10 more. Instead of push-ups and pull-ups first, I'm going to do my stretches first because I'm still warm from that run. And I got a tip today to focus only on a handful of stretches and take about 10 minutes to do all of those stretches. So that's what I'm gonna do. Once again, the stretches are weirdly relaxing, so that's a 10 out of 10. Feeling good today. Let's finish this up with some push-ups and pull-ups. That's the most pull-ups I've ever done in a row. This is just like, I'm just going up today. Done with the workouts today. That turned out to be a really special day. I'm really glad I did that. Take a quick cold shower, then I'll finish my water, and then I'll be done for the day. If I'm being totally honest with you, that was a cheater cold shower because I was sweating before I got into it. But cold shower is a cold shower nonetheless. So let's go finish up that water. So I've been thinking a lot recently, which is a dangerous thing. And I've been thinking a lot about what my competitive advantage is when it comes to YouTube. I heard that was an important thing, so I want to talk about it. The first one is that I'm a bulldog and I will just continue to run through walls no matter what. This series is just me running through 30 walls in a row. That's what it is. Not enough sleep, doing too much, probably not spending enough time with my family, not spending enough time with friends. That's one. The next thing is that I have a 9 to 5. So if I can do this, you can do it. I have as busy a life as somebody could have. I have an 18-month-old, I have a pregnant wife, and I have a 9 to 5, 8 to 5 job that I work every single day. So if I can show up every single day and do what I'm doing, you can too. And that's my advantage. My advantage isn't anything special. I'm not the smartest, I'm not the fastest, I'm not the strongest, but I'm a bulldog and I don't know when to quit. And I'm also just a completely average dude. It's the same one from last night. I had to. So finished up my next gallon of water. Super easy. This is such an easy one. You guys, you can do this one. This one's really easy. And of course, we need to do the evening check-in on what habit I'm going to be adding to my life tomorrow. I hate you. I hate waking up early. I'm a night owl. I don't get up easy. This is gonna ruin my life. I think it should help. I'm actually kind of looking forward to this one, having a reason to get up at 6 a.m. Hopefully will help me get up a lot earlier, a lot more often. I will see you back here tomorrow, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going for 30 days, so I will see you until the 30th day. Until the 31st day, I should say. If you like the video, let me know in the comment section down below, and any suggestions going forward. Thank you. I'll see you in the next one. Hi, I'm Scott, and for the next 30 days, I'm adding a new habit each day, chosen by you, the viewer. The habit that we are adding on today is waking up at 6 a.m.
Good morning. Happy Thursday. Wednesday for me. So the plan for this morning is all of the difficult things out of the way. Run that I have to go on today.
I was pretty much near death here. What I meant to say was 100 push-ups, 50 pull-ups, and my stretches.
But I'm just gonna start with a cup of black coffee, because obviously intermittent fasting doesn't break my fast, in my opinion. Why am I crying? Look at that. It's so early.
The reason I'm so tired is sort of because of last night.
12:15. I should have gone to bed 4 hours ago, but I had to finish the last video. Oh, I hate black coffee. People who say they like black coffee are lying. Black coffee tastes like complete crap. That was terrible. And I know there's gonna be some of you out there that think that I'm wrong, but let me tell you something. You're the one that's wrong. So how about that?
After pissing off the entire internet, I sat down to continue reading Walden by Henry David Thoreau, because I'm indie like that.
Reading is done for the day, but now it's just about that time to head out on my run now. The intermittent fasting is going very meh. I am completely starving, so I'll run 11 miles completely fasted, which is, I have a bad feeling about this run.
I thought this transition was a good idea. My brain literally does not work that early in the morning. Halfway done. I feel okay, but running 5 miles last night at 8 p.m., getting 5 hours of sleep, and then running another 10 hours later, it's just not conducive to good running. What that guy said. I'm calling it early. I don't have it. 4 is not bad though. I'm never gonna let almost good enough get in the way of not doing it. I think that makes sense. I'm pretty tired. Now comes time for my favorite part of the day, stretching. The reason I like it so much is because it's a great way to slow down, calm down in an almost meditative sense where I can just block everything out. I just finished my run and I feel really good about myself. So now is basically the best time to slow down, relax, and just enjoy a nice stretch. Stretching done for the day. Once again, probably my favorite part of the day, other than reading and journaling. Quick cold shower today, not a cheater shower. Shower done, time for work, and then I get to eat in like 4 hours. Thank goodness, because I am so hungry. What time is it?
12:19.
Food time. Just finished working for the day, and I just need a little edge. I need a little edge, because that black coffee this morning, it just didn't work, and I still have time to get a real coffee. Thank you. This is a real coffee. Much needed coffee acquired. I get the Charlie cold brew. That's not named after some guy, Charlie, who like founded Dunkin' Donuts. It's named after Charlie D'Amelio, the TikTok. My plan today to get my push-ups and pull-ups in is to do it while I'm editing. So setting a timer for every 5 minutes, doing 10 push-ups and 5 pull-ups. So I have the standing desk all stood up. So I will be standing, running around, pulling up, and pushing up. I was gonna say pushing down, but push-ups. It takes me 1 minute to do an entire circuit. You could do this while you work. I fortunately work from home, so maybe it's a little uncomfortable in the office, but if you work from home, you definitely can do something like this. Finished journaling for the day, and that's all of it. That's all I have to do today. I forgot, I just had to finish off my water really quick. My thought with getting up that early is that making this video and doing all my stuff was far easier today than it was any other day. Waking up at 6 a.m. is just one of those things that I know I should do, and I know how much it would help me. It's a lot easier to sleep in until 7:50, 8 o'clock when I have to get up for work. But I kind of feel like you can force yourself to be a morning person, I hope. And I quickly wanted to go over all 8 habits that I've picked up. Journaling, love it. Big fan of it, one of my favorites. Drinking 1 gallon of water every day is not one of my favorites, but it's for sure one of the ones I'm definitely going to keep around without a doubt. It's super easy if you just have a 1 gallon container, throw on your desk, drink out of that for the rest of the day. Next is 100 push-ups and 50 pull-ups. I think 3 days on, 1 day off would be a little bit better, but I'll continue to do it every single day because that's the challenge. Stretching every day is without a doubt something I'm definitely going to keep around. I'll be honest with cold showers. I kind of already took cold showers almost every day. You can actually see my first video ever posted to this channel was a cold showers video. In all fairness, I was probably only about 60% of the time taking cold showers, so it's good to get back into all cold showers all the time. Intermittent fasting is an interesting one because that is solely for me a weight loss thing, because most of my calories that would cause me to gain weight or maintain my weight are consumed after 8 p.m. or even after like 7 p.m. So it's gonna be really helpful for some weight loss. Definitely not something I'm going to do long term. Finally, we are going to see what we have to do today, and it looks like we are going to be doing making the bed. Thank you for choosing an easy one for me today, because making the bed will just take 1 extra minute. Don't forget to vote on the community tab for what I have to do tomorrow. You really do have an impact. Only about 80 people vote every time, so if you think about that, you are over 1% of the vote, so that's a pretty big sway. And finally, if you like these videos, please leave a like and a comment. It really does help. I have to say a big thank you to everybody who's been watching these videos. It's been really fun reading your guys' comments, and I try to respond to everybody, and so I really appreciate all the kind words, and it's been really, I really appreciate it. I truly do. It's been pretty remarkable. I'll see you tomorrow. Hi, I'm Scott, and for the next 30 days, I'm adding a new habit each day, chosen by you, the viewer. We are going to see what we have to do today, and it looks like we are going to be doing making the bed.
Every morning, we were required to make our bed to perfection.
Making your bed is the smallest of habits, but it can hopefully affect great change.
Good morning, scallywags. It is Thursday morning, no running today, which is great, which means I have an extra hour of doing stuff. I'm actually gonna finish making the thumbnail for yesterday's video. Did you click on that thumbnail? Was it a good one?
After finishing the thumbnail, it was time to read.
I'll be honest, this book is like insanely dense, and I don't know if I'm qualified to read it just yet. I mean, I think I understand it, it just takes me forever.
So I decided to purchase some of your suggestions.
I purchased 3 books, 7 weeks to 100 push-ups, a compound effect, leaders eat last. So thank you all for the suggestions. I buy all my books on eBay, so it'll take a few extra days to come in. They're like $3 on eBay, and I don't want to pay like 25 on Amazon.
But the wisdom of this simple act has been proven to me many times over. If you make your bed every morning, you will have accomplished the first task of the day.
Intermittent fasting is going okay, but I gotta tell you, I'm hungry. Hey, I'm pretty hungry right now. With the amount of miles that I run and the amount of exercises that I do, I really shouldn't weigh what I weigh. I should be in better shape. The only problem with making the bed every single day is that my wife gets up about an hour after me, so I'm only able to make my side of the bed. It's still a win, but to me, waking up at 6 a.m. is a much bigger win. And thankfully, since I got all of my stuff done this morning, I'm going to go on a mile walk. It's 7:45. I have plenty of time to go on the walk. It's funny when you just prioritize things, how much easier it is to get those things done. We had time to go on a family walk today, right?
Yep.
Time for a family walk. Vlog was excellent. It's time to go to work, which means it's only 3 hours and 45 minutes until I get to consume food again, which I'm very much looking forward to. Quite the meal prepared today. Almost that time. Everything I filmed the last week has been here, so I'm gonna go outside to someplace new. So I need to just get out. I need to get some sunlight on my face. I'm turning to a ghost. We've arrived. There they are. Wow. That bar must be really high up there since I'm 6'5". It's crazy. I guess I have to go in the lower one, but it's just, I mean, I'm 6'5". I'll go in the lower one, but man, being 6'5", you think I'd be able to touch that? Halfway home.
If you make your bed every morning, you will have accomplished the first task of the day. It will give you a small sense of pride, and it will encourage you to do another task, and another, and another.
This really is so nice. It's gorgeous out here. Doing this challenge obviously takes up a considerable amount of my time, and
And it's my wife. Like, I just like hanging out with my wife, and I like hanging out with my child. It asks a lot of her for me to be out of the house so much, but I feel like this is my peak time. I'm 28, I'm as healthy as I've ever been, I'm as good at making videos as I've ever been. I have probably the next 10 years to go super duper hard before I completely burn out. I wanna take advantage of that. That's it for the day. All my push-ups and pull-ups are done. I wanted to go do my stretches in a more serene spot. Right there is where I wanna go. I have to cross this, I have to traverse the trail. That's just too easy. It's because I'm an athlete. I'm just a natural born athlete. Yeah, I don't have like a ton of muscle mass and I'm not really all that quick or I can't jump that high, but definitely an athlete. Done with the stretching for today. That was awesome. Time consuming, but good decision.
And by the end of the day, that one task completed will have turned into many tasks completed. Making your bed will also reinforce the fact that the little things in life matter. If you can't do the little things right, you'll never be able to do the big things right.
First big hiccup so far has happened. It's 6:38. I'm completely starving, but I ate lunch at 12:15, so I can't eat. I spent way too long filming. I didn't plan it out well, so now I'm just stuck not eating, which feels weirdly arbitrary, but also it's like the rules, and they're all arbitrary to a point. So it looks like I'm just skipping dinner tonight. That sucks. Another quick cold shower. Cold shower done. That's one of the easiest adjustments you can make to your life because you don't actually have to do anything different. You're gonna shower every day, just make it cold. That's easier said than done now that I say that out loud because cold showers are kind of awful. Because, you know, they're cold. The intermittent fasting thing has completely kicked my butt today. I allowed myself to have some coffee with creamer and sugar at like 7 o'clock at night, which is probably too late to be drinking coffee now that I say that out loud. So I kind of technically broke it, but that's tough. That one's really tough, and I'm gonna have to adjust to that one a lot more than any of the other ones, I think.
And if by chance you have a miserable day, you will come home to a bed that is made. And a made bed gives you encouragement that tomorrow will be better. So if you want to change the world, start off by making your bed.
I just want to check in to see exactly what we're going to be doing tomorrow. And as you can tell by my terrible joke at the beginning, we're going to be giving up Diet Coke. That's pretty sad. I'm not going to lie. I love Diet Coke, and I say Diet Coke, but I mean all pop. I don't really drink any other pop because I really do like Diet Coke. It's almost certainly an addiction. So this will be like a 22-day detox for me, which would be really good because I imagine I won't be drinking at the end of it because every time I've ever taken a break from Diet Coke, the next 10 times you drink it, it always tastes like complete crap. And now it's time for me to do the unthinkable. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Don't forget to hit subscribe and come back tomorrow 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time because I'm posting for 30 days in a row. Thank you all so much for watching. Soda is one of the unhealthiest, most ubiquitous things that humans consume. Each can contains 10 teaspoons of sugar. That's a lot of sugar. As part of my 30 Habits in 30 Days challenge where I add a new habit each day, stacking them until day 30, the habit you all chose today was to stop drinking pop. And this is something I've been thinking about a lot. Why do I always get pop whenever we go out to eat? Fast food, fast casual, sit down at a restaurant, I always get a Diet Coke. And I think it's because, like everybody, I'm more than likely have a sugar addiction. Which I figured out when I was journaling this morning. Here's a quick rundown of this morning. I was super tired, almost had my single man tear roll out, but didn't. I read, made my bed, and didn't eat food. I have so much to do still. I gotta do my 100 push-ups, my 50 pull-ups. I have to run 9 miles tonight. Gotta get that cold shower in. I'm actually gonna do it well today because yesterday I kind of messed up and I didn't get to eat. I've eaten a decent amount today. I'm going to have dinner a lot earlier as well. And I'm going to hit my pull-ups right now. All right, so that's 70 push-ups and 30 pull-ups. I'm gonna have to finish the rest later. It's getting pretty late and it's time to go on my run. I think the thing I'm gonna miss the most with the lack of Diet Coke is when I'm just eating meals. I don't get to have that flavor in my mouth. The way I consume food is I put the food in my mouth, wash it down with Diet Coke. The hardest part of this, other than the fact that I'm almost certainly addicted to it, because the sweetener in Diet Coke is addicting. The reason that I think Diet Coke is addictive is not necessarily any of the chemicals inside of it, which there are kind of a significant amount of, and one of them is a carcinogen. I think the reason that Diet Coke can become so addictive is because of the way it feels in your mouth, the sound it makes when you open the can and the feeling you get when you drink it. I think all of those things combined can actually create a very interesting sensation. It's kind of like how people will say some things aren't addictive, it's just the feeling that's addictive, and that's the same thing. I mean, if the feeling's addictive or the thing's addictive, the thing that gets you that feeling is the addictive thing. I think a lot of times this stuff just sort of becomes habit, where you go into a restaurant or you go get some fast food or some fast casual food, and your first instinct is to get a flavored beverage. It's never water. It's only water if you really need water, at least for me. And so I think that a lot of people probably feel like that, where a flavored drink is really good, a flavored drink tastes better than water. Diet Coke is really bad for you. You definitely should try to avoid it, but I totally understand why people like it so much. So I'm trying to become a lot healthier. I'm training for a marathon. I think removing that will be a good thing for me. So my marathon training calls for 9 miles today, which is something I don't really mention very much. It's not one of the habits I'm building. I'm just marathon training. So this still has to happen on top of all the other habits that I'm building. I changed my shirt. Halfway home. 1 mile left, baby. Feeling pretty good today. Oh man, that's it. 9 miles, 1,300 calories. Let's go. Let's bang out some stretching and hit that cold shower.
So pretty it hurts. Just beware of the thorns. You got a glimpse.
Another day, another gallon of water completed. I love this one. You all should be drinking more water. It makes me feel a million times better, and it'll make you feel a million times better. And now I don't even get to supplement this water with Diet Coke, which is really just heartbreaking. So I made my bed again this morning while my wife was still sleeping. And yesterday I kind of said, it's not as good because, you know, waking up at 6 a.m. is big enough for me. But okay, I have to get up every morning, but I don't have to make my bed every morning. Making the bed was something different today than it had been yesterday. And finally, it's the end of the day here, and I wanted to go over what we're going to be doing tomorrow. And it looks like write a book for 20 minutes a day, given away for free at the end will win. I want to preface this by saying I'm not a writer. I've never written a book or anything. I barely even script out these videos. I'm kind of nervous about that. Don't get mad if the book sucks, but I'm probably going to write a book about my experiences in this challenge. I still have a few that you guys haven't seen because I haven't put them up for vote. This is one of the ones that I was looking forward to the most. If you like the video, hit subscribe. Hi, I'm Scott, and for the next 30 days, I'm adding a new habit each day, chosen by you, the viewer. Good morning. I took this morning to myself. This has been taken care of, and so has reading. But I have an insanely crazy day. I'm going to my brother's house for the next 12 hours, basically, to help him install some flooring. So I have no idea how I'm going to get all my other stuff done today. I'm gonna do all my stuff, hopefully there, or at least a lot of it. So y'all are coming with me. Got myself a fresh jug of water for today as well. What's up, Jack? The plan at my brother's house today was to make sure I get my water in, pull up a whole bunch of carpet, and start to lay down some floor. We accomplished basically all those things, but that still left me with 100 push-ups, 50 pull-ups, a cold shower, stretching, and writing for 20 minutes. The writing was the thing I was most excited for, so I started on that the second I got home. So I am finally back home from the long, incredibly long day that was. It's currently 7:45 and it's time for me to start writing. I've literally been thinking about this all day. I'm super duper excited and looking forward to it. I got my light here, I got my comfy hoodie, so I'm gonna sit down and write for 20 minutes. I wrote 700 words. I don't know if any of it's good. I don't know if it's just the ramblings of an incoherent guy who hasn't had enough sleep in the last few weeks. It was much different than journaling because journaling doesn't get sent to the entire world. This does. At the end of it, you get a book for free. It might be a terrible book. It might be one of the worst books of all time, but it'll be long. I had an interesting thought today, and I think I'm gonna call it something like multitasking. It's where you do different things, but sort of together. So it's like, you do, that's so stupid. Is that funny at all?
Well, I don't know. I didn't know. I thought the funny part was coming.
That was the funny part. I'm doing my push-ups and pull-ups while I edit a video, okay? That's what I'm doing. I gotta be honest with you. The intermittent fasting just didn't happen today. You're not gonna be perfect every day, and today was a long day for me, so I'm kind of cheating on my intermittent fasting to have some ice cream. Yesterday, it was decided that I would write a book today, or at least start writing a book. I must say, this is something I've always casually thought about doing, but I just never found the time for it, nor did I ever think I was good enough to write a book. So, in an effort to try to overcome that, I'm going to write a book for the next 18 days and give it away for free at the end of this challenge. If you are interested, please sign up to the email list down below. That's how I can send it to you. I have no nefarious intentions. This is literally just so I can send you the book. Or is it? I'm gonna finish up my last pull-ups and push-ups now, and then we'll go over what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. And finally, let me finish up my last little bit of stretching. Just finished stretching, and I had a brilliant idea. I wanna track my stretching progress. So here's what I'm gonna do. So here's a white wall, and I'm going to stretch down as far as I can, and I will mark it with a pencil, much like I did when I was a kid growing up. I grew up to be 6'5", which is crazy, 6'6" in shoes. So let's see my progress. That is so far from the ground. Look at this. That's like 10 inches. All right, that's where I'm at. Dude, that is not good. I'm 10 inches away from my toes. Yikes. Is this sustainable? Is this something other people should do? And is this actually making my life better? The problem is that I don't want these to feel like a chore. And when you have to film it, and we have to edit it, and we have to do all that stuff, they sometimes can feel like a chore. I didn't have most of my stuff done tonight at like 8 or 9 o'clock, which means I had to do all of this stuff basically at the 9th hour, cut it up, put it together, and post the video. And I don't wanna get to day 30 and feel like, thank goodness that's over. I'm never touching any of those habits ever again. Let me go back to my normal life. I don't want to do that. I did this because I wanted to improve my life. So I need to make sure that I'm much more efficient and effective with my time. And I think that really starts in the morning. And I think my biggest problem is wasting the first 2 hours of the day because I only do like 2 or 3 things when that's 2 hours. If I were to put that at the end of my day, I know I'd be much more efficient. So if you have any suggestions, please let me know. But if you want to follow this along, I actually think it would be really good for you. And I think that a lot of people could benefit by adding so many crazy things to their life, trying to squeeze it all in, see what they can cut out, see what they shouldn't cut out. And then after those 30 days are up, take a real look and see, okay, what did I miss out on? Did I miss out on friends? Did I miss out on family? What did I miss out on? Let me bring those back into my life and cut a few of these things out. And finally, let's see what we're going to be doing tomorrow. The habit that we're doing tomorrow is doing a daily brain game. I'm actually really looking forward to this. This is one of those pen to paper type things like journaling, like reading, these types of physical handheld things that we don't ever do anymore because we spend so much time on these devices. I typically love brain games. My problem is that I always choose to play video games as opposed to doing the brain games. This will be really good for me. I think you should join me in this one as well, and have a nice Sunday and spend some time with your family. Hi, I'm Scott, and for the next 30 days, I'm adding a new habit each day chosen by you, the viewer. The habit that you all chose for me to do today are brain games, such as Sudoku or crossword puzzles. I'm personally a fan of numbers, so I chose to do Sudoku puzzles. So I have my Sudoku book here. I'm using a pencil because I'm a coward. I'll do one of these, see how long it takes me to do, and then on day 30, we'll test this again to see if I've gotten any better. All right, I'm done. I let it play the entire time. So I did the one at the bottom here. 5 minutes, 17 seconds. Finishing up my push-ups and pull-ups right now. I'm extremely sore from all of the flooring that we've put in over the last few days, but I feel like getting a good little workout in and keeping the streak alive is really good for me. I just did 5 pull-ups in a row, feet not touching the ground. And I've done that for every single set today. I've only ever been able to do like a handful of those, not like 7 sets of it. Push-ups and pull-ups are done for the day. I'm gonna hit some stretching. I don't know if it's because I run a lot, but for some reason these days after running like 3 or 4 miles, I feel good, but I don't get that same sense of satisfaction. Doing the pull-ups, push-ups, and stretches gives me a much greater satisfaction. Even if it's far less than what I would do comparatively running, I just feel like there's something about doing those activities because I never do them, I never prioritize them. All I have left to do today are the brain games. I've done everything else, which is great. Now I'm going to do my most favorite habit of all. My favorite habit is hanging out with my family.
Just a perfect day.
I think it can be really easy to get caught up in improving yourself. You forget about the most important thing. Spending time with the ones that you love. We all want to better the person that we are now. We all have people in our lives that love us for who we are now. So call that friend or that family member you haven't spoken to in a while because these habits will be here for you. But some moments aren't worth missing.
Feed animals in the zoo. Then later, a movie too.
I got an interesting comment today from somebody, and it actually makes sense. I kind of want to refute what they said. So-called brain games don't really do anything for your brain, according to a scientist, Elizabeth Stern, who researched intelligence and said that, for example, if you play a bunch of Sudoku, you get better at Sudoku, but nothing more. While that might technically be true, I want to refute that. I do believe Sudoku can help with problem solving, can help you look outside the box, and if you're the type of person willing to take on the type of challenge like Sudoku, that forces you to think, that person is going to be more willing to think outside the box and to learn, as opposed to somebody who's not willing to play Sudoku or the brain games and is just going to spend 3 hours ripping through TikToks. And I don't think that's what that person meant, obviously. So I think he's 100% right, but I also 100% disagree with him. I got a ton of great feedback in the last video on suggestions because I feel like I've been wasting my mornings. So I came up with a schedule. So here's going to be my schedule for tomorrow. And as somebody who's taking on so many things at one time, you'd think I would know how to manage a schedule a little bit better, but I'm certainly not good at that. So thank you very much for the suggestions. A few of the habits that we're currently building are not something I can easily film. I can't show myself not drinking Diet Coke. I can't show myself not eating and intermittent fasting. When I fail the intermittent fasting, I've mentioned it every single time, and I still have done everything. It's just, do you really want to see me journal every day? Probably not. I'm trying to make these videos somewhat entertaining. So I wanted to see what exactly we're going to be doing tomorrow, and let me set the mood. This is, without a doubt, the one that I was the least looking forward to. We're going to be giving up sugar. I get ice cream a lot. I love ice cream. I love peanut M&Ms. I eat those. Both those things I eat every single day. I don't eat ice cream every single day, and I don't eat M&Ms every single day, but I'll get one or the other, basically. So this will be, without a doubt, the toughest. I get coffee with sugar. Hi, I'm Scott, and for the next 30 days, I'm adding a new habit each day, chosen by you, the viewer. Today, we are taking away sugar, which means no more M&Ms, donuts, or basically anything that tastes really good.
Good morning. So I want to get off to a faster start today, so I'm going to go hit my push-ups, pull-ups, and stretches right now.
Starting off doing my push-ups and pull-ups so early in the morning, for me it was really tough because I take forever to wake up. But about halfway through, I started to feel a lot better. Just finished my last set of pull-ups, finishing my last set of push-ups now. All right, time to hit a quick stretch. The more I stretch, the more frustrated I become at past Scott for not doing this more often. It's a great way to cool down, so I'm gonna go hit my cold shower for even more cold. Now that that's all done, let's go read. I agree, the cold shower definitely wakes you up a lot more. But I also agree taking a cold shower in the morning is 5 times worse. The book I'm currently reading is The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. It's a pretty good book. I'm still just biding my time until the books you all suggested come in. Reading has been completed for the day. Next on the list is journaling and then writing the book. I still really enjoy journaling, and my favorite part about it is the fact that it will be around forever. So when I pass away, my children will be able to read my journals. After journaling, I quickly moved into doing some Sudoku. So the only thing I have left on this morning's docket is to write for 20 minutes, which I think is really remarkable. I guess it just goes to show if you wake up early and you commit to doing stuff, you can get a whole bunch of stuff done. But obviously I wasn't committing to doing stuff because I'm not a morning person. And I'm still not a morning person. I still think this is a great way to start the day. It's one of those things where it seems like a mountain to climb at the start, but then once you do it, you realize it just takes a few seconds. Literally seconds, not minutes. When it comes to making the bed, it's kind of funny because my wife actually already sort of made the bed before, so now I make my side and I say, don't do your side, let me do it instead.
Hi.
What is this? What are you eating?
A chocolate muffin.
I told you, this is going to be the hardest one. It's a chocolate brownie.
It's coconut sugar. It's paleo.
Lunchtime for me. I can't drink anything basically other than water. For basically every meal, I always have a little something, a different type of drink, which I'm seeing now might be somewhat of a problem. Before work's over and I'm already done with my water, I still need to buy something for the thumbnail for this video. Of all the other habits so far, the one I'm struggling with most is already the sugar one. I'm about to make that struggle even more dramatic with my next purchase. I'm not somebody who has a lot of vices. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do any drugs, I don't watch any porn. I'm realizing that I do, and without a doubt, it's a craving for sugar. And I get a sweet treat every single day. Hi, can I just get one chocolate frosted with sprinkled donut, please? Yep, that'll be all. That's it, thank you. It smells so good. It's been acquired, and to prove I didn't eat any of it, here it is, fully intact, beautiful, my favorite donut. Oh, man. This is torture.
I'm gonna eat that.
Why am I doing this to myself?
I'm gonna eat it.
You're not gonna eat this? You have no idea how bad I want to take a bite of this right now. That's willpower. And finally, the last thing I need to do today is to just finish writing. Then I'm done. I'll be done by 6:15, which is the earliest I've ever finished. That completes the writing for the day. And now let's check in to see what habit we're going to be adding tomorrow. And that looks like it's going to be daily meditation. Hi, I'm Scott, and for the next 30 days, I'm adding a new habit each day, chosen by you, the viewer. On top of the other 13 habits you told me to add, today we are adding meditation. Good morning. I fell asleep last night at like 8:30, so for the first time throughout this entire challenge, I actually got a decent night's sleep.
That's how you know it's early outside.
So biggest thing today is getting all this stuff done before I finish work, because I have to go on a 7-mile run today. No sugar thing yesterday. There were a ton of cravings, but I pushed through it, and I'm really glad I did, because I didn't want to break down the first day. That's kind of sad and pathetic. I don't care if I have to swing my legs to get the pull-up in. I swing my legs a little bit. It's fair play. All right, it's time to do some stretching. Stretching done, time to do some meditation. I'm not really strong at this, so I'm just gonna try to go for a minute or two and see how that goes for me. Well, that lasted a little longer than I thought. That was extremely nice to just sit there and, for me, I just prayed. We might do something different. That was amazing. I feel like this challenge has slowly morphed into how many things can I do in the most advanced and extreme morning routine to ever exist. Tough, but enjoyable. So I'm actually gonna write now because I feel very good right now, and I'm gonna postpone my showers for a little bit. I didn't really even get sweaty. And that's writing done for the day. I'm gonna go hop into a quick ice cold shower. Yesterday's cold shower in the morning made me realize that cold showers in the morning absolutely suck. So I'm really not looking forward to this, but we'll do it anyways. Let's do a cool transition. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, all done. Why is my shirt tucked in? Cold shower, that one was tough today. I'm not gonna lie, that one was very tough. So now I'm gonna go finish up reading and journaling. Is that it? I think that's everything. Is that actually it? No, I forgot. I gotta make my wife's side of the bed. I just look like a YouTuber now. Except for YouTubers normally have hair. That's what makes me original. I think the thing that I've learned most with the habits that I'm trying to implement in my life is that the most effective way to do anything is obviously not to add 30 of them in 30 days. That's ridiculous. I don't know why anybody would do that. But seriously, the most effective way to do it is just to do it in small little chunks. I had a little visitor this morning, so I had to cut my reading a little bit short. I'll pick it up during lunch today. Finished journaling, and I'm about to finish the Sudoku puzzle. I love Sudoku. It's so much fun. It's way more rewarding than like a phone game or a video game. 5 o'clock officially, which means it's time for me to go start my run. Look how beautifully made this bed is. Do you see that? Hey, I'm such a loser. All right, let me change really quick. So you saw my morning, and now I'm gonna take you through my evening. This is what it takes to make these videos. It is currently 5:11 p.m. I have to go run 7 miles, so we're gonna do that right now. Running shoes. So now that I'm all kitted out, I got my sunglasses, my hat, my fanny pack. 5:21. The problem is, like, I want to hang out with my family for a minute, and that takes some time. So it's not a problem. I like hanging out with my family, but it's a problem that time passes. Hopefully, I can be showered and changed by 6:45. That would be great. 4.5 miles down, 2.5 left. Run is done. 7 miles at like a 10-15 pace. It always feels good to finish a good long run like that. Just got home, it's 7:02. I'm gonna take a quick shower, and then I have like 15 minutes to still eat something. Shower's all done, time to eat some dinner. So after I finished dinner, I hung out with my family for a little bit, and it is now 7:46, and it's time to edit. So that's sort of what it takes, especially on these long run days or longish run days. But if you at home were to do a similar day to me, your day would be done. You'd be done at 7 o'clock, 6:45. I just have to edit this video so you can see this. A lot of these things are a lot more attainable for you because you don't have to make a video about it. So just keep that in mind going forward watching this challenge. Finally, let's check in to see what we're going to be adding tomorrow on day 15, which is halfway through, baby. Halfway through. And we're taking away caffeine. That is so sick. Thanks, all. That's so cool. Thank you so much for that. Hi, I'm Scott, and for the next 30 days, I'm adding a new habit each day, chosen by you, the viewer. Today, you all chose no caffeine, which I think has gotten a lot easier ever since I gave up Diet Coke and sugar. Coffee doesn't taste good without sugar to me, and Diet Coke has caffeine, but I'm not allowed to drink that anymore. This one will be surprisingly easy today. Well, I didn't wake up at 6 today, and I didn't wake up at 7. I got up a lot closer to 8. This is a dramatic representation of what happened. At first, I was winning the fight.
Who's gonna carry the boats and the logs?
And then I wasn't. So I didn't do anything today. I literally woke up and made the bed. So I have a ton of stuff to do today. Oh man, it's gonna make my life a lot more difficult. I also have to run 7 miles tonight too, so. I was able to muster enough energy to do my push-ups and pull-ups during lunch, which is going to save me a ton of time throughout the rest of the day. These push-ups are getting a whole lot easier. That's done for the day. Finished it up during lunch. We'll get caught up on everything we missed this morning. I guess that means it's all part of the process. All right, work is completed for the day, so I'm gonna bust out some typing and some journaling really quick, and then we'll go hit that 7-mile run I have to do. Writing for the day is done. I very much like it. I don't think I'm good at it, but it's actually really fun to just sort of think and write. Maybe I'll continue doing this after it's over. So before my run, I'm gonna try to journal and Sudoku really quick. And here we are, journaling. It's crazy that none of this is fast forwarded. This isn't even funny. I love how therapeutic and amazing I feel every time I journal. It's one of the habits that I'm really, really glad I picked up. The other ones are push-ups and pull-ups, drinking the water, reading, stretching, and no sweets. Those I think are the ones that have had the biggest impact on me so far, those 6. Everything else has been a big and a nice impact, but those 6 specifically have really dramatically changed the way I sort of look at my life. So let me just go beat some Sudoku really quick, because I'm just a pro at it. This is sad. This is the first puzzle I've ever just completely messed up. Complete disaster. Pro at it. Even the very best of us sometimes make mistakes. I don't know what's more impressive, my intelligence or my humbleness, my humility. All right, well, that sucks. I'm going to go on my run now and listen to some screamo music to get out all my anger about messing this up. 1 down. 2 down. That's 3. Mile 4, 5 down, moving pretty decent. 6 down, 1 more. 7 done, 9:28 pace. Let's head home. My wife just picked me up on a run. These are the types of days where we would be going to get a little bit of ice cream or a little sweet treat. But I don't get to have that because of you. Back from the run, time to hit this cold shower. Cold showers after runs really aren't that bad at all. It's the morning ones that get you. Cold shower completed. I made the bed this morning. Hey, this a perfectly made bed looks like. Making the bed today, once I did this, it was setting in motion the fact that I have to do this, 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 and this still. I don't have the time right now, but I know I'm gonna do it later. And I got some very exciting things in the mail today. I think you all know what those are. Let's go. Here we go. The Compound Effect. This is going to be the book I read today. From Darren Hardy. It was a commenter who suggested this, so thank you very much for that. Finished reading for the evening. The book is really good, very interesting so far. I'm only like, 25 pages in, so not super far in. Definitely like it. A lot of the principles I think I sort of already do in my life because I'm just built different, but people who just aren't built The only final thing I need to do for the rest of the day is stretch, which is gonna be tough because I am crazy tight after that run. Oh my gosh. I need to meditate still. There is such a ridiculous number of things that I need to do in a day. Like, I have to go back and check every single day. Did I do this? Did I do this? Did I do this? Let me meditate and then we'll check in to see what we're doing tomorrow. So many of these habits are so good. It's kind of just an overwhelming number of them though. All right. So let's check what we're going to be doing tomorrow. I already know what this is. I said it. 10,000 steps. Of course it is. Here, look. I predicted it. Do you see that right there? I said day 16. I know you will all pick 10,000 steps. I picked it. I called it. I knew it. I'll see you tomorrow. 5 hours of sleep every single night. 5 hours of sleep every single night. This is day 16 of my 30 Habits in 30 Days challenge, where you, the viewer, chooses the habit I add to my life over a 30-day period. Oh, and they don't go away. They stack on top of each other. So far, we have done 15 of them. On day 16, you said I need to walk 10,000 steps a day. Here's day 1.
I'm up. I hate getting up at 6 a.m.
So it is currently 8 a.m. and I want just to check in to see how many steps we've taken today. Oh, we're on a great pace. I'm at 167 steps. In the morning, I read for 30 minutes, wrote a book for 20 minutes, journaled, played Sudoku, and made my bed. The only thing I didn't do was my 100 push-ups and 50 pull-ups. Then it was lunchtime. Push-ups and pull-ups done for the day. I'm getting so much better at those. It's crazy. Every single push-up, none of them were like the sissy ones on my knees. Every pull-up, I just pulled all the way up, no feet touching the ground. I want to do a little check-in to see how many steps we're at. It's currently 5:11. We're only at 2,201 steps. So I have to get basically 8,000 more steps by the end of the day. I have to go meet with a wedding client right now. How do people get in 10,000 steps to work at this job? The meeting went well. That's where we met at. It was a freaking Dunkin'. I love Dunkin'. I want a coffee so bad right now. And I want a coffee, I want a couple donuts, and I want a Diet Coke really bad too. For those of you who don't know, on day 10, I gave up Diet Coke. On day 13, I gave up any sugar, sweets, and treats. And on day 15, I gave up caffeine. All the things that make life worth living. All right, I'm gonna go on a walk tonight because I'm only at a paltry 2,925. There's almost I don't think there's a chance I finish. Okay, walk has been completed. I'm at 6,655 steps. So I'm getting close. I still have to do another 3,400 though, which is just insane. I still have to do my stretching and meditation, and then I'm done with my chores for the day. Which is basically what this challenge is. Some guy just doing a whole bunch of chores around the house. Next video, decide between whether I should put the dishes away or do my laundry. You're like my parents. I'm not gonna film any of my meditation and stretching today. I'm just going to enjoy it. I'll see you after. All right, I really needed that today. I'm struggling today. Doing all the habits and everything. It's really tough. The biggest thing is just the time commitment to it. It's all I do. I mean, I work from 6 to 8:30. I do habits and film. 8:30 to 5 I work, and 5 to midnight or 1 a.m. I'm just making a video. I'm making this video. That's all I do. That's my whole life. That's it. You see, whatever you see, I mean, that's it. I don't do anything else. I can't vlog myself doing anything else because I don't do anything else. This is me right now trying to get my 10,000 steps in. Look at these steps. The shorter, the better. These count. As if running 30 plus miles a week wasn't enough. All right, awkward moment. I finished editing the video. So I will tell you how many steps I took today here. That's good enough. And tomorrow we are doing a social media detox. Thanks guys. Now literally everything fun I've ever done, like watching YouTube, eating sweets, drinking Diet Coke. You know what? I can still get fast food though. So you haven't gotten me yet. This is day 17 of my 30 Habits in 30 Days challenge, where you, the viewer, chooses the habits I add to my life over a 30-day period. Oh, and they don't go away. They stack on top of each other. So far, we have done 16 of them. On day 17, you said I need to do a social media detox. So I'm going to be deleting all of the apps off of my phone that I would consider social media. The first one, of course, is YouTube. It's my favorite app. The way I do social media is I don't have a Snapchat, I don't have Instagram, I don't have Twitter. I do have Facebook, but I unfollowed every single person on Facebook, so my newsfeed is completely clear. It's just YouTube I watch way too much of, and occasionally on Facebook, when I'm not using Marketplace, I'll go scroll through some of the videos. I'm pretty sure my wife loves me. I'm pretty sure. But then she does stuff like this, and she makes cake. And so the question is like, can you explain this?
Well, it's cake.
You're annoying. At this point in the day, I had already gotten up at 6 a.m., read a book, wrote, Sudoku, journaled, made the bed. I wasn't filming, but I just did 10 pull-ups in a row. The most I've ever done. Imagine it was like that, but times 2. Also, I got a brand new shirt today. And look, I can't rip a hole in it already. All right, push-ups and pull-ups done for the day. Now I have to go run 14 miles. And now some of you might be asking, hey Scott, why don't you save your long run for tomorrow? I have to film a wedding tomorrow, so I don't have time. Oh boy. And I'm gonna risk it in this shirt because, like, you know what I mean? Like my nips. New shirt, long run, that's questionable. Some of my experience with no social media today, grabbed at my phone a lot, opened it up, looked around, and put it away because there's nothing to do. I think taking away the option to do something is really good for me. It's time to go on a run. It's currently 5:57. It's funny, I've had literally zero concern about my steps today because I know I'm gonna hit it. 2406 steps today, and I'll probably end the day at like 25,000. I'm realizing now 14 is the longest I've ever run. The longest I'd run before this was 13.1, the half marathon. That's a pretty casual flex, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like 14 miles. I'm scared. That's 1 down, 3 down.
Halfway home, time to turn around.
6 down. First 7 miles are complete. 1,147 calories burned, average pace 10 minutes and 2 seconds. Perfect, I'll do 10 minutes for 7 miles on the treadmill, and then 14 miles is donezo. It's getting dark, and I didn't wanna run 7 miles while it was pitch black outside. 3 miles in. So 10 done total. My right foot is killing me. I had to switch shoes. It's gonna be tough getting to 14 today. There's just no way. I can't. My foot is killing me. Here's what I finished at, 3:65. So I went almost 11. Am I gonna sit here and complain about running 10.65 miles? No. Was I supposed to go 3.5 more? Yes. 10 miles is a lot of miles. I'm not mad at all. All right, I'm going to do my stretching and meditation now. Ugh. Stretching done, meditation time. There's just something about sitting down to meditate, really wonderful. Everybody should do it. Take a few minutes, get rid of the phones, get rid of the screens, it matters. Cold shower done. Some cold showers are built different than others. That one felt amazing. Maybe the best cold shower I've taken this entire chill. I'm gonna try the new leg compression thing I bought today. Look at what I got in the mail today. Leg compression things. It's supposed to help with recovery after a long run. All strapped up, suited up. I am. Oh man, that's only funny to me. I'm gonna go with these are nice. They were 150 bucks. You want like a little massage kind of on your legs. These actually are really nice. They're kind of a pain to set up. And final step count for the day, just barely made it at 20,737. What's up? Synopsis for the day was no social media, no YouTube was pretty good. I kept myself busy just doing other things. I listened to a lot more music and podcasts today than I normally do, which I think generally is a better thing for me. This is the one that doesn't really affect me all that much, but I put this in here because I know most of you should probably reduce your social media usage, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all of them. Get rid of them. Just watch my videos. Tomorrow, what we're going to be adding, less than 1 hour of phone usage daily. Today is day 18 of my 30 Habits in 30 Days challenge. The habit that we add on today is less than 1 hour of phone usage. So I turned on the screen time app, and I will keep you posted throughout the day to see how well I'm doing. So that number needs to be 59 minutes or less, and that would be a success. But wait, I still need to get up at 6 a.m. Good morning. I slept in today, and it felt amazing. I slept in till like 8:30. And I finally got a good 8 hours of sleep, which I really needed because I had a long run yesterday, and I have to film a wedding. So the big thing right now that I need to get taken care of are basically every single little habit that I've built. All right, reading done for the day, let's hop over to journaling. Journaling done, let's Sudoku it up. Sudoku puzzle right here, finished. All I have to do is type. All right, typing is done. My book is somewhat coming along. I have no idea if it's good or not, but it's coming along. All right, bed has been made. I'm kind of running a little bit late. It's 9:40. I need to leave here in like 5 minutes to get there on time. You know, with like pants, so you have to just stretch them out a little bit after they get washed. It's like, I think with this challenge, one of the things I want to show you is that you're gonna slip up every single day. You're gonna make a tiny mistake here and there, making sure you come back each day. We'll all make mistakes, but you just gotta keep coming back day in and day out. And with that, everything's packed up. I'll see you when we get there. All right, so I just arrived at the wedding venue. Look how handsome I look. Absolutely beautiful. A little farmlandy, but beautiful nonetheless. When you film a wedding, you're on your feet for 8 hours in a row, so I never thought getting my steps in was going to be a problem. So I just picked up some Jimmy John's and I got a Diet Coke. I'm disappointed in myself. I shouldn't have
but it's like I had an order in already, and I just like said, oh yeah, I just want that order, and picked it up, and Diet Coke. So, whoops. All right, so the Diet Coke, I'm not gonna lie, tastes like that's the best thing I've ever had. 1:30, so I won't be able to check in for a little bit because this is when it gets down to crunch time. All right, so far so good. The wedding's been going great. I did have some apple cider, and halfway through drinking, I'm like, wait a second, is this sugar? So I think I technically cheated without even knowing I was cheating. I was like, oh, apples, I can eat apples. Oh wait, apple cider doesn't have a bunch of sugar, so I stopped drinking halfway through. It's tough. I mean, you know, when I don't have access to home and all the things at home that I'm so comfortable with, it's hard to constantly be avoiding stuff. Look at this sunset right there. You see that? So pretty. Wedding's over, everything went well. So I got sunburn on the top of my head today, I'm pretty sure. That sucks. Typically after I shoot a wedding, I almost always take myself to Dunkin' Donuts as a little treat, but I didn't get that this morning, and I'm not gonna get it tonight because no sugar and no coffee, which sucks. This is what I know what my two favorite things in the whole world are. My wife and my child. Gotcha. No, it is sugar and coffee though, for real.
Oh my gosh, dude, I did get sunburned bad. Yikes. I didn't even think about putting on sunscreen. So current step total is 9,384, which is shocking to me because I'm on my feet literally for 8 hours in a row when I'm filming a wedding. So it says 2 hours and 14 minutes. Maps takes up an hour and 4 minutes. DJI Go 4, 9 minutes. So that puts me at 1 hour and 1 minute for the day, which is so annoying. I cannot believe I used my phone for an hour today. I left the podcast app open. So I would personally say that I kind of succeeded, but I did go more than an hour. That's so annoying. Of the 18 habits I need to do, I completed 16 of them, and the only 2 I didn't is no Diet Coke and waking up at 6 a.m. I'm gonna count the phone usage. I had to re-download YouTube on my phone to do this, but we're going to be playing the piano tomorrow. I'm not much of a pianist. This is day 19 of my 30 Habits in 30 Days challenge, where you, the viewer, chooses the habit that I add to my life over a 30-day period. Oh, and the habits don't go away. They stack on top of each other. So far, we have done 18 of them. On day 19, you said I should start playing the piano. We're doing the piano now. So I'm going to be using this app called Flowkey, beginner to advanced way to train yourself on the piano. So I'm gonna tickle the ivories really quick. This is my first attempt at Ode to Joy. Oh, shoot. Oh no, wait, crap. Let's go. Dude, that's sick. The piano is like the most beautiful instrument. I love the piano. All the songs I listen to basically are piano melodies with somebody singing in the background. Let's go do the reading, Sudoku, puzzles, that type of stuff. As you can see, the bed is made. Is this weird for me to talk to you like this? I don't really care, I guess. I'm gonna read and journal in bed, and then my wife and I are going to do some brain teasers together. All right, journaling's done. Let's go do some puzzles. All right, so I accidentally just played with my wife for like an hour and a half, and now it's 8:52. It was a lot of fun, but that took a lot longer than I was expecting. Writing done. I took my cold shower this morning. It felt so good on my burnt head because I forgot to put on sunscreen yesterday. Put on sunscreen, kids. I'm normally super good about it because I got extremely fair skin, if you can't tell. Earlier today, I spent some time with my wife's side of the family, and just like any occasion, there was sweets. Not being able to control my environment at all times, not eating sweets, significantly more difficult because you have to have immense willpower. Those are all the things I needed to do today other than push-ups, pull-ups, stretch, meditate. I'm getting decent at those. I'm not a fitness influencer yet, but like, somebody give me some steroids because I'm halfway there. Last but certainly not least, meditation. Meditation done. Love meditation. Currently at 2,450 steps. So the family and I are gonna go on a walk. Normally on a Sunday like today, I would just be sitting inside, relaxing, enjoying time with them, watching football, hanging out, but I have to go get some more steps in because of you. And now that those are all done, let's check in on steps and phone usage. So I'm winding down for the night, 48 minutes. That's really good. I'm super proud of myself. I feel myself pulling away from my phone and more into physical things, whether it's hanging with my wife and playing sort of brain games, or it's reading books, or it's spending time with my family. Been a very positive development for me. In terms of steps, I got a long ways to go. I gotta get at least to 9,000. It's crazy to me that I don't feel like I've been sitting down or laying down a whole bunch today, but
Man, I'm shocked that that number is so low. My wife and I walked for almost 2 miles on our walk today, and it just doesn't add in enough steps. 10,000 steps is actually like quite a bit. It's more actively involved than I thought. I should have done 7,500. I'm pretty sure you guys see the one that is going to be the most difficult for me and then pick it. And if you aren't voting in these polls and it's just random people picking it, that's disappointing.
2, 1, go.
This is day 20 of my 30 Habits in 30 Days challenge, where you, the viewer, chooses the habit that I add to my life over a 30-day period. And the habits don't go away, they stack on top of each other. So today we are adding my 20th habit, cold exposure. So today is cold exposure day. I want to give myself a reason to get into a bathtub full of ice, so I'm going to go for a run. But not just any run. I'm going to go see how fast I can run a mile. I haven't done this in almost exactly a year. Final day to see if I can run a sub 6-minute mile. 6:28:18. 6:28:18. And I'm certain that every single one of you that have watched one of my videos has seen that video. Is the fastest I've ever run a mile in my entire life. I want to see if I can beat that today. I just got weirdly kind of nervous. Like, what if I'm way slower than 6:28? All right, so we've arrived at the exact same location. We ran the final mile the first time. The timed mile the first time. All right, how fast?
I'm gonna go 6:45.
6:45! I'm gonna say 6:58. All right, so I'm gonna make a finish line really quick. This is our finish line. I'll see this in 5 minutes and 52 seconds.
3, 2, 1, go. It was 6:38.
I forgot how hard that was. All right, after that, I need an ice bath.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
So far, so good.
Could I just get one large bag of ice? Ice acquired. Ice acquired. I should have gotten a small bag. That's huge. I am not looking forward to getting into that. All right, so I have this little thing here that tells you temperature. The final temperature ended up being 55 degrees Fahrenheit, which is warmer than I thought it was gonna be. This is for the rest of the world that isn't as cool as my country. All right, 3 minutes done. So when do you feel the benefits of that? I gotta look up some more information on this. That wasn't too bad. I'm gonna hit a cold shower now. Apparently cold exposure can boost the immune system, help with sleeping, may improve focus and cognition, improve exercise recovery, may slow the aging process, and even help you burn fat. If we could just figure out a way to sell this, we'd be rich. We're gonna take a quick intermission, like the cool, I'm like fanboy. I'm fangirling right now. Okay, check this out. You see that? Look who just responded to my comment. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not like a fanboy type guy, but that's pretty cool. I've watched him for so long. He's like, that's so awesome. In terms of pull-ups, I actually already did those today, and I did 10 in a row again. And if I did my pull-ups, you already know I hit my push-ups today. Let's go. Ouch. I already read, journaled, sudoku'd, and typed today, which means all I have left is meditation because I did stretching after my 1 mile run. I'm slightly concerned about my screen time today. Let's go. All right, so no more touching my phone for the rest of the day. That's pretty good. I'm not too upset about that. I'm a lot better, I think, on the weekends. But during the workday, you know, you have a minute here or a minute there free. I think it's a lot easier to pick up your phone and glance at it. But I'm glad I'm gonna count that as under an hour. Okay, so on the steps, I'm low. 5,862. So I am going to go walk for a little bit to try to get that up into the 9,000s.
Scott, what are you doing?
It's called multitasking. And I get my steps in. And in my right hand, I got my Sudoku book. I'll catch you on the other side. Looks like I'm going to fall short of my step goal by about 2,500. I just walked around the house like a maniac for 2,000 steps. I'm honestly kind of tired. Fell a little short today, but I should have just ran further. I should have ran for 3 miles instead of 1. And tomorrow is no more fast food. So at this point, you guys have taken everything that I like, every little treat, every little bit of dopamine that I get. It's gone. I thought for sure it was gonna be 1,000 calories if I'm being totally honest with you. I thought fast food was safe. Today I stopped eating fast food.
Say you're coming McDonald's, go with your order.
Hi, can I get a number 1, please? This is my meal. My favorite fast food meal. Thank you. There is something inherently lonely about getting fast food. Most times you're getting it, you're in the car, by yourself. You're not with friends, you're not with family. You're typically just in the drive-thru, you and a burger. There's something weirdly lonely about that idea. And then once you start to pay attention to what you're actually eating, realize just how bad it is for you. I'm not the biggest fast food eater in the world, but I will occasionally go to a McDonald's or a Wendy's. And there hasn't been one time where I felt good about myself after I got some fast food. Stuff is straight up nasty, and we put that into our bodies like on a daily basis. I don't really eat fast food that often, but I know a lot of people who do. Does that look good? As part of my 30 Habits in 30 Days challenge, this is day 21. You all decided that I'm giving up fast food. And after peeling that burger apart, I want to thank you. Day 1 was a success. I basically did everything else today except for getting my steps in again because I'm having a tough time doing that.